So I'm Cherie, and I'm with Mad Hatter Warped and Woven. So I started weaving after I saw a company that was making hand-woven baby wraps. So baby wraps is something that you can use to carry your babies and keep them close to you, and so that was something that I supported. And when I was younger, I actually saw weaving done at a county fair, and I thought that it was really cool the way that they were taking all these threads and weaving them together to make fabric. And so when I saw a baby wrap that was hand woven, it kind of sparked the memory of that, and I became really fascinated with it. So I started looking online at what it would take to learn how to weave, and I started reading books. I'm a complete nerd, so I just did everything that I could to start learning what it would take. And then I got to the point where I decided I just wanted to try it myself, and got a loom and had that set up in my house, and took from what I had learned from the videos and what I learned from books, and then lined up with a mentor who came and helped me to get everything set up and kind of get started from there. So the first thing that I wove, I actually made into a blanket, and so I still have that, and it's full of flaws. And then the second thing I wove, I actually wove for a dear friend. Her mom had cancer, and she was doing a breast cancer walk with her baby, and so she wanted a baby wrap that she could wear for the breast cancer walk. And so I made a wrap that was inspired by some artwork that was donated for the same cause, and that wrap was named Carry On Hope. It took me a long time to make because it was the first one that I made, and I sent that off to my friend. I overnighted it, and it got there just in time for her to wear it for the breast cancer event. So Mad Hatter Warped and Woven was in my home, and we were growing, and then also I started kind of looking for a space because I wanted to be in an area that was more inspiring than just being in my house, and kind of get out and be around people more, because I could literally spend just days like, I would get into like artist mode and I would not leave my house for days. So I decided I need to get my looms out of my house and start interacting with people. I went to an entrepreneur event one night that my friend invited me to, and I met Kevin at Stitch Factory, and he was telling me a little bit about Stitch Factory and about all of the artists that can have associations with Stitch Factory, and I thought it was something that would work out really well with my business. And so I met with Stitch Factory, and then within like a week I moved all the looms there, and I've been happy here ever since. So as Mad Hatter Warped and Woven has grown, we have wanted to expand more. So we were looking for a fashion student who would want to come in and work with us, who had a love for textiles just like we do. And one of the students that was going to Stitch Factory, one of their sewing classes, her name's Ashley, and so I met her, and I'd met a few other students, but for some reason I just really made a good connection with Ashley. It seemed like she had a passion for similar things as what I do, and so we kind of talked about the possibilities of her working with me, and I think pretty much once I decide something, I move kind of fast, so I started bugging her pretty quickly to come over and work with Mad Hatter, and I think that she's loved it ever since. So being a resident at Stitch Factory has definitely been really inspiring. There's a lot of production work that goes on at Stitch Factory. There's a lot of creativity that's here. You come in the environment and you can just feel the fact that there's a lot of passion here and people working towards their own goals, which only fuels me to continue working towards mine. Also lends for a lot of new ideas that either I can offer to someone else or that they're offering to me. And so definitely like getting in a collaborative space is the best move that I've made for Mad Hatter.